Here we are on the eve of our 50th celebration of 50 years of the 107 SL, which is a really exciting project we've been working on for quite a few months now. We're looking forward to welcoming what was beginning to be 50 cars that we were going to entertain at our premises and drive all the way down to Mercedes-Benz World. I think we've now got something like 110 people that are threatening to turn up, so it could be quite an interesting day, managing everybody, catering for everybody, and then getting the convoy of vehicles all the way down through Stratford-upon-Avon, down through the Cotswolds and down to Mercedes-Benz World in Surrey. When we get there, what is going to be the most exciting thing is parking at least 50 vehicles and more, if we can get away with it, outside that iconic building at Mercedes-Benz World. So I'm quite excited about that. We've also just signed off the final details of our September tour, our Welsh tour. So we're taking just about a dozen customers, or a dozen cars, probably 24 customers, across Mid Wales, North Wales, Snowdonia, Anglesey for 4 nights. So that will be a really exciting trip where we can finally get out in our cars as we've been hoping for the past few months now. In terms of recruitment for the business, we've just taken on our 50th employee, which is quite an exciting milestone, and we continue to look for 1 or 2 other key hires. We've got some incredible talent now, and we've recruited right the way across the board in the workshop. So we've got more specialists in the heritage section, in the 1950s, 60s shop, in the specialist, in our core 107 workshops, and increasingly in the modern classics, so the 129s and the R230 SLs, and even some SLKs and some CLKs have snuck in there from customers that are requiring those kind of services. So we're busy across the workshops, and we're busy trying to recruit the skills that we need to get the right service for that part of the business. Other aspects of the workshop are quite interesting. So we continue to fully restore, I think, 3 pagodas at the moment, a 190 SL, which will be used for the Mille Miglia, not next year, the year after, hopefully, as well as a road rally car for some chaps that do quite a few of those worldwide world rallies. So we're quite excited to be part of that project. We've made our own race car road legal so that it's now eligible for more events, as well as we're able to drive it to 1 or 2 shows and have some fun with that. So that's all good, as well as the usual vehicles that are coming and going. And we've had an incredibly busy year on the back of lockdown easing and everybody wanting their cars. This glorious weather we've just finally come into in the middle of 2021 has really prompted the phone to ring and everybody to dig their cars out of the garage and start using them. So the workshops are incredibly busy at the moment. I think the icing on the cake for that will be our care product. This is our sort of service package that consolidates all of our service, all of our knowledge, and all of our passion for these motor cars, and wraps that around a care account so that you can become part of our family and contribute to what will be the ongoing maintenance, preventive maintenance and service and repair of your SL. And that's quite an innovative product. We've just spent some time polishing on the start of the year, really. So that's due for launch in the autumn of this year. Parts business continues to grow, and that's probably where we've seen the most recruitment and the most growth. We've had a number of new product lines and a number of new product areas. In fact, I think our inventory's grown 20% since the start of the year. We're looking to really finalize the catalogue for 107, 113 Pagoda, and then move more into the models each side. So we're just building our inventory for 190 SL. 129 is very popular. 129 is a very popular car with lots of parts requests for that, and R230 as well. And what we'll continue to do is, with our product management team, is grow that inventory, get the cataloguing right, get the photography right, get the pricing right, and make that available to our customers across the platforms that we sell on. So that's quite an exciting time as well. We've got 1 or 2 other exclusive parts for 107, 107 still being our core model. So we're still highly in development with a number of manufacturers around the world with some exclusive parts that will help make sure that, you know, these cars really do go on and live on, because a number of these parts are becoming difficult to find now. So exciting times in the parts business. We've got a new website which we've just launched, which we're now beginning to refine. We've launched it in a fairly rudimentary, basic form to make sure that it works, and now it's time to develop the look, the feel, and for our customers, the navigation of those parts, the search and the navigation, so you can find what you want when you want it. And I think these techies call it the user experience. So what feels like to us as consumers, it's very easy for us to find, buy, check out, and if we need to, return or exchange our parts. And that's been a critical part of the website development for us for the past few months. So that's workshops and parts. Car sales, as we know, the market's incredibly buoyant still. I think the whole pandemic and COVID has made people think a little bit differently about what they do with their money, what they do with their lives, what they do with their cars, free time, spare time. And I think that's fueled a general interest and a more of a drive to own classic cars. And perhaps people that were on the edge thinking about it, wondering where else they might be able to spend their money, have decided to buy a classic car. There's obviously more to it than that, more facets to it than that, but certainly those are some of the key influences in the market in the past few months. And across the whole board, we've seen an interest in classic car ownership, and obviously we're well placed in terms of helping anybody that would want to own a Mercedes-Benz SL. So Bruce has been absolutely flat out 7 days a week selling cars, as well as trying to find cars, because we still get offered a lot of cars, and of course we turn most of them down trying to find the caliber of stock that we want. So across all three departments, across workshops, parts and car sales, an incredibly busy year so far. A really great time of year at the moment, with the weather finally having turned and us having these events to look forward to and more shows to go to. It really has been a tricky 12 months, but we're really looking forward to the tail end of this year and running into next year with more trips, tours, some more product developments as well, which I can't really talk about at the moment, but we've got some exciting product developments, and there's a queue of cars outside waiting to be restored when we can get to them. So busy times for us.